I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there.
Is Prince Harry the biological child of King Charles? Could that be the reason for the father and son feud? What lies in store for the prince? For the longest, the royal family has been on a dramatic roller coaster ride. However, new information questioning the paternity of Prince Harry has come to light. Furthermore, Prince Harry is in tears after DNA results to prove King Charles is his dad turned out shocking. Curious to find out what will happen to Prince Harry now? And what exactly the result proved? Join us in this video to find out. But before we delve right in, let's start by exploring the early life and history of King Charles and Prince Harry's early life. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, born Henry Charles Albert David on the 15th of September 1984, is a member of the British royal family. He is the younger son of King Charles III and Diana, Princess of Wales, and is fifth in line to the British throne. Born in the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington, London, he was the second child of Charles, then Prince of Wales, now King Charles III, and Diana, Princess of Wales, during the reign of his paternal grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. He was christened Henry Charles Albert David on the 21st of December 1984 in St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, by Robert Runcie, the Archbishop of Canterbury at the time. From an early age, he was known as Harry to family, friends, and the public, and his brother gave him the nickname Harold. Harry and his older brother William were raised at both Kensington Palace in London and Highgrove House in Gloucestershire. Diana aimed to expose her sons to a wider variety of experiences and give them a deeper understanding of ordinary life than previous royal children had. She took them to places as varied as Walt Disney World, McDonald's, AIDS clinics, and homeless shelters. Harry began joining his parents on official trips at a young age, with his first overseas tour being to Italy in 1985. He also visited Canada with his family in both 1991 and 1998. Like his father and brother, Harry received his education at private institutions. He began at Jane Minor's nursery school in London, followed by the pre-preparatory Wetherby School. Afterward, he attended Ludgrove School in Berkshire. Upon successfully passing his entrance exams, Harry was accepted into Eton College. This choice broke from the Mountbatten-Windsor family's tradition of sending children to Gordonstown, a school attended by his grandfather, father, two uncles, and two cousins. However, Harry's enrollment at Eton aligned him with both his older brother and the Spencer family, as his mother's father and brother were also Eton alumni. As with his brother, an agreement was made between the royal family and the tabloid press, allowing Harry to study without media interference in return for occasional photo opportunities, a deal referred to as the pressure cooker agreement. In June 2003, Harry finished his studies at Eton with 2 A levels, earning a B in art and a D in geography, after deciding to drop history of art at the AS level. Described as a top-tier athlete, he excelled in competitive sports like polo and rugby union. One of his former teachers, Sarah Forsyth, alleged that Harry was a weak student and claimed that Eton staff had helped him cheat on his exams. Both Eton and Harry denied these accusations. While the tribunal did not rule on the cheating allegation, it accepted that the prince had received assistance with his A-level expressive project, which was necessary for him to secure a spot at Sandhurst. During his time at Eton, Harry also joined the combined cadet force, becoming a cadet officer in his final year and leading the Corps' annual parade at the Eton Tattoo. After finishing school, Harry took a gap year, during which he worked as a jackaroo on a cattle ranch in Australia and took part in the Young England vs. Young Australia polo test match. Additionally, he visited Lesotho, where he engaged in efforts to support orphaned children and helped create the documentary film The Forgotten Kingdom, Prince Harry in Lesotho. So, what other aspect is there to Harry's life? And how shocking is the outcome of the DNA result? Let's find out. Military life. In September 2004, Harry successfully passed the Regular Commissions Board and joined the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst on the 8th of May 2005, where he was known as Officer Cadet Wales and was assigned to Alamein Company. His entry into the academy had to be postponed for 4 months while he recovered from a left knee injury. By April 2006, Harry had completed his officer training and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Blues and Royals, a regiment within the Household Cavalry of the British Army. On the 13th of April 2008, after reaching 2 years of seniority, he was promoted to the rank of lieutenant. In 2006, it was revealed that Harry's unit was set to deploy to Iraq the following year. This sparked a public debate over whether or not he should serve there. In April 2006, the Ministry of Defense announced that if Harry's unit were deployed to a war zone, he would be kept away from the front lines. A spokeswoman explained that while Harry was expected to participate in the full range of military duties, his presence could attract extra attention, endangering both him and those under his command. Defense Secretary John Reed supported the idea of Harry serving in combat, stating that he should be permitted to fight on the front lines. Harry himself agreed, remarking, "If they said, 'No, you can't go front line,' then I wouldn't have dragged my sorry ass through Sandhurst, and I wouldn't be where I am now." In October 2006, Harry completed the troop leader's course and returned to his regiment in Windsor, where he was assigned command of a troop consisting of 11 soldiers and 4 Scimitar reconnaissance vehicles. On the 22nd of February 2007, the Ministry of Defense and Clarence House jointly announced that Harry would be deployed to Iraq with his regiment as part of the 1st Mechanized Brigade of the 3rd Mechanized Division. Harry, who had previously stated that he would leave the Army if he were not allowed to serve alongside his unit in a war zone, supported the decision. On the 30th of April 2007, General Sir Richard Donat, the head of the British Army at the time, stated that he had personally decided that Harry would serve as a troop commander with his unit in Iraq. Harry's deployment was scheduled for May or June 2007, with plans to patrol the Maysan Governorate. However, by the 16th of May, Donat reversed the decision, announcing that Harry would not be sent to Iraq due to concerns over his status as a high-value target, given that various groups had already made threats against him. The risks posed to both Harry and the soldiers around him, should an attempt be made on his life or if he were captured, were key factors in the decision. Clarence House publicly shared Harry's disappointment, though he expressed his willingness to accept the ruling. During the summer of 2007, Harry received training as a Joint Terminal Attack Controller at RAF Leeming. In early June of that year, reports surfaced that Harry had arrived in Canada to train with soldiers from the Canadian Forces and the British Army at CFB Suffield, near Medicine Hat, Alberta. This was said to be in preparation for a deployment to Afghanistan, where both Canadian and British forces were involved in the NATO-led Afghan war. This was confirmed in February the following year when the British Ministry of Defence disclosed that Harry had been secretly deployed as a Joint Terminal Attack Controller to Afghanistan's Helmand province for the past 10 weeks. The announcement followed media leaks, notably by the German newspaper Bild and Australian magazine New Idea, which broke the blackout imposed by Canadian and British authorities. Following the breach, Harry was immediately withdrawn from the conflict zone due to concerns that the media exposure could endanger both his safety and that of his fellow soldiers. During his time in Afghanistan, it was reported that Harry had helped Gurkha troops fend off an attack by Taliban insurgents and had performed patrol duties in hostile areas. His deployment made him the first British royal family member to serve in a war zone since his uncle, Prince Andrew, who piloted helicopters during the Falklands War. For his service, Harry was awarded the Operational Service Medal for Afghanistan, which was presented to him by his aunt, Princess Anne, at Combermere Barracks in May 2008. So what triggered Harry's interest in aircraft? Keep watching to find out. Prince Harry's interest in aircraft. In October 2008, it was announced that Harry would follow in the footsteps of his brother, father, and uncle by learning to fly military helicopters. He enrolled at the Defense Helicopter Flying School at RAF Shawbury, where he joined his brother. However, in February 2009, Harry initially failed his pilot's theory exam. On the 7th of May 2010, Prince Charles awarded Harry his flying brevet wings during a ceremony held at the Army Air Corps base in Middle Wallop. Harry earned his Apache flying badge on the 14th of April 2011, and just 2 days later, on the 16th of April 2011, it was announced that he had been promoted to captain. In June 2011, Clarence House revealed that Harry would be available for deployment in Afghanistan as an Apache helicopter pilot. Although the final decision rested with senior commanders in the Ministry of Defense, including the Chief of the Defense Staff, in consultation with Harry, Prince Charles, and the Queen. In October of that year, Harry was sent to a U.S. military base in California to complete his helicopter gunship training, which included live-fire exercises and environmental and judgment training at Naval and Air Force facilities in California and Arizona. That same month, reports emerged that Harry had excelled in his training at the Naval Air Facility in El Centro, California. While stationed in Southern California, he also spent time in San Diego. In November 2011, Harry returned to England to finish his Apache helicopter training at Wadisham Airfield in Suffolk. On the 7th of September 2012, Harry arrived at Camp Bastion in southern Afghanistan as part of the 662 Squadron 3 Regiment Army Air Corps to begin a 4-month combat tour as a co-pilot and gunner in an Apache helicopter. Just days after his arrival, on the 10th of September, the Taliban issued threats against his life. On the 18th of September 2012, after a Taliban attack on Camp Bastion that resulted in the deaths of 2 U.S. Marines,
when the Taliban got inside the base,
it was reported that Harry had been moved to a secure location. Defense Secretary Philip Hammond confirmed that additional security measures were in place to protect Harry, as he was a potential target, but stated that he would face the same risk as any other Apache pilot in combat. In reports about the incident, Major General Greg A. Sturdivant remarked that Harry had slept through the entire attack and that no special treatment was given to him apart from designating a safe house in case the base came under threat. On the 21st of January 2013, it was announced that Harry had returned from a 20-week deployment in Afghanistan. Later, on the 8th of July 2013, the Ministry of Defense confirmed that Harry had qualified as an Apache aircraft commander. Reflecting on his experience in Afghanistan, Harry compared operating the Apache's weapon systems to playing video games. In his 2023 memoir, Spare, Harry revealed that he had flown 6 missions during which he assassinated 25 Taliban members. He explained that he had been trained to view them not as people, but as chess pieces, being removed from the board. He emphasized that the number did not bring him any satisfaction, nor did it cause him any shame. Following the publication of these details, Pen Farthing, a former British Royal Marines commando and founder of the Nowzad Dogs charity, was evacuated from Kabul on the 6th of January 2023 due to concerns about potential reprisal attacks on ex-forces people. Harry's admissions sparked backlash from both Taliban members and several British politicians and military figures. Beyond Harry's royalty, military, and naval life, what other life does he lead? Stay tuned. Marriage life of Prince Harry. In mid-2016, Harry started dating American actress Meghan Markle. According to the couple, they initially connected through Instagram, though they have also mentioned being set up on a blind date by a mutual friend in July 2016. On November 8th, just 8 days after the press published their relationship, Harry instructed his communications secretary to issue a statement on his behalf, expressing concern over derogatory and false remarks about Meghan by both mainstream media and online trolls. In September 2017, Harry and Markle made their first public appearance together at the Invictus Games in Toronto. Their engagement was officially announced on November 27, 2017, by Harry's father, Prince Charles. The announcement was met with largely positive reactions, particularly regarding the inclusion of a mixed-race person in the royal family, a significant point for many Commonwealth nations with diverse populations. The couple wed on May 19, 2018, at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle. During their 2021 interview, Oprah with Meghan and Harry, they revealed they had exchanged private vows in their garden 3 days before the public ceremony, witnessed by the Archbishop of Canterbury. However, this private vow exchange was not considered a legally binding marriage. Initially, the Duke and Duchess resided at Nottingham Cottage on the Kensington Palace grounds in London. In May 2018, they reportedly leased Westfield Lodge, located on the Great Two Estate in the Cotswolds, for 2 years, but relinquished it after paparazzi photos of the property and its interior surfaced. They considered living in Apartment 1 within Kensington Palace, but ultimately moved to Frogmore Cottage, located in Windsor Castle's home park, a property recently gifted to them by Queen Elizabeth II. The cottage underwent a €2.4 million refurbishment, funded by the sovereign grant, with Harry later reimbursing the costs not related to routine maintenance. On May 6, 2019, their son Archie was born. Their office was moved to Buckingham Palace and officially closed on March 31, 2020, when they stopped undertaking official engagements in support of the Queen. After spending some time in Canada and the United States, the couple purchased a house in Montecito, California, in June 2020. Unfortunately, in July of that year, Meghan suffered a miscarriage. Their daughter, Lilibet, was born on June 4, 2021. The family owns a Labrador named Pula and 2 beagles named Guy and Mamma Mia. In 2017, Harry mentioned having 5 or 6 godchildren, some of whom attended his wedding. It's common for royals to engage in charity. So, what does Prince Harry's public service look like? Let's find out. Public service of Prince Harry. Harry has always been one for public service, and he hasn't shied away from public work. At 21, Harry was named a Counselor of State, beginning his duties in that role. On January 6, 2009, the Queen granted both Harry and William their own royal household. Prior to this, their affairs had been managed by their father's office at Clarence House, located in central London. A statement from their newly formed household announced that they had set up an office at St. James's Palace to handle their public, military, and charitable engagements. In March 2012, as part of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations, Harry led an official visit to Belize. His travels continued to the Bahamas and Jamaica, where Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller was considering the possibility of transitioning Jamaica into a republic. Harry later traveled to Brazil to take part in the Great Campaign. Additionally, he played the tambourine and participated in the music video for the song Sing, which was released in May 2012 to mark the Diamond Jubilee. Between May 9 and 15, 2013, he embarked on an official visit to the United States. The purpose of the tour was to promote the rehabilitation of wounded American and UK troops, raise awareness for his own charities, and advance British interests. His schedule included stops in Washington, D.C., Colorado, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. In New Jersey, he met with survivors of Hurricane Sandy. In October 2013, he carried out his first official tour of Australia, where he attended the International Fleet Review in Sydney Harbour. He also visited the Australian SAS headquarters in Perth. In May 2014, he travelled to Estonia and Italy. In Estonia, he visited Freedom Square in Tallinn to pay tribute to fallen Estonian soldiers and attended a reception at the Estonian Parliament, along with a NATO military exercise. In Italy, he participated in commemorations of the 70th anniversary of the Monte Cassino battles, where Polish, Commonwealth, and British troops fought. On November 6, 2014, he opened the Field of Remembrance at Westminster Abbey, a duty usually carried out by Prince Philip. Before beginning his service with the Australian Defence Force, ADF, Harry visited the Australian War Memorial in Canberra on April 6, 2015. Harry conducted a farewell walkabout at the Sydney Opera House on May 7, 2015, and also visited Macquarie University Hospital. In April 2015, he joined his father in Turkey to attend the centenary commemorations of the Gallipoli campaign. In October 2015, Harry undertook a day of engagements in the United States, launching the Invictus Games Orlando 2016, alongside First Lady Michelle Obama and Second Lady Jill Biden at Fort Belvoir. Later, he attended an Invictus Games board meeting and a reception celebrating the launch at the British ambassador's residence. During their February 2019 visit to Morocco, the Duke and Duchess focused on initiatives promoting women's empowerment, girls' education, inclusivity, and the encouragement of social entrepreneurship. In 2019, as part of establishing a separate office from that of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, they launched an Instagram account, which set a record for being the fastest to reach 1 million followers. During his 2019 trip to Angola, the Duke visited the Born Free to Shine project in Luanda, an initiative by First Lady Ana Dias Lourenço aimed at preventing the transmission of HIV from mothers to their babies through education, medical testing, and treatment. He also met with HIV-positive youth and teenagers during his stay. While in the Luenge-Luyana National Park, the Duke unveiled an initiative by the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy to protect an ancient elephant migration route by ensuring safe passage through the forest. From September to October 2019, the Duke embarked on a Southern African tour, visiting Malawi, Angola, South Africa, and Botswana. With their infant son Archie accompanying them, this marked their first official tour as a family. While living on Vancouver Island, a petition was initiated by the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, urging the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to discontinue providing security for the Sussexes. The Canadian government later announced that the RCMP would no longer offer protection after March 2020, when the couple's royal status changed. Similarly, a petition emerged in the UK around mid-March 2020. The backlash in both countries prompted President Donald Trump to proactively declare that the United States would not cover their security costs, although the couple had no plans to request such assistance while residing in the U.S. So, what is the shocking outcome of the DNA result? Keep watching to discover more Prince Harry in tears after DNA results to prove King Charles is his dad turned out shocking. Rumors regarding Prince Harry's paternity had been going around for years, often brushed aside as tabloid gossip. Still, the notion that King Charles might not be Harry's biological father was unsettling. Was this just another scandal? Or was there some truth to the claims? Could it possibly shake the British monarchy to its very foundation? Then, DNA tests were conducted, a situation Harry never expected to find himself in. The results were more shocking than anyone could have predicted. The moment that changed everything occurred when the DNA test results were unveiled in a private setting. Only a select group of trusted advisors and family members were present. The tension was almost unbearable as Prince Harry opened the envelope. What followed was heartbreaking. The results revealed a shocking twist. King Charles was not Harry's biological father. Imagine discovering that the man you've always known as your father might not be biologically related to you. For Harry, deeply connected to the royal family, the emotional weight of this revelation was nearly unimaginable. The fallout from this discovery went beyond mere tabloid gossip. It was Harry's life. King Charles was deeply impacted by the results. He had raised Harry as his own, despite any uncertainties. But then, in an unexpected gesture, King Charles made a public statement saying, "Blood may not bind us, but love does. Harry is my son, and nothing will ever change that." This rare, sincere display of emotion within the royal family left many reflecting on ideas of love, identity, and loyalty. Harry had always been the spare in the royal family, living a life of glamour yet fraught with struggles. He battled mental health challenges, had a complicated relationship with the press, and faced constant public scrutiny. Now, with the truth about his paternity revealed, Harry found himself with a legitimate reason to question his place within the family. What does it mean to be royal if your blood isn't truly royal? Harry wasn't facing this journey alone. His wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, stood by his side, and together they confronted the media and public fascination with remarkable grace, despite the immense pressure they faced. To understand the full scope of the situation, we must look back to the late 1980s. Princess Diana, trapped in an unhappy marriage with Charles, sought love elsewhere, despite being adored by the public. Diana had several affairs, including one with James Hewitt, a former cavalry officer. Many speculated that Hewitt could be Harry's biological father, noting their red hair and similar features. However, recent DNA tests ruled out Hewitt as Harry's father. So, who is Harry's real father? The answer remains a mystery. Could it be someone close to the royal family? Or is this a secret Diana took to her grave? Discovering such a truth was challenging for Harry, prompting deep reflections on family, love, and his own sense of worth. In various interviews, Harry spoke openly about how this revelation had impacted him. He shared his thoughts on his bond with King Charles, stating, "It's not about blood. My father's love has always been there, and that's what really matters." Harry's words served as a powerful reminder that family is defined by more than just genetics. Known for representing tradition, the royal family now faces a shift in how the public perceives them following this revelation. What does this mean for the monarchy? The consequences are wide-ranging. Of all the questions to be asked, and I know there are a lot, the most crucial question remains: will Harry ever truly find peace with his identity, regardless of his bloodline? Ultimately, only Harry can provide the answer to that. One thing is clear: he aspires to lead a life grounded in purpose, love, and authenticity, no matter where his journey takes him. Another question we will never get answer to is, what would Princess Diana think? Her opinion on this revelation remains unknown. How would she feel about the possibility that Harry might not be Charles's biological son? Would she have preferred the truth to be revealed or kept hidden? In the end, what truly matters is the bond between a father and son, and in the case of Harry and Charles, that connection remains strong. So, what does the public have to say about this? Keep watching to find out. Public reaction and debate. Since the revelation of the idea of Prince Harry's DNA, public opinion has been divided. People both in the UK and worldwide have expressed mixed emotions. Some sympathize with Harry, while others feel outrage or skepticism. Supporters commend Harry for confronting a painful truth, viewing him as a symbol of resilience and a break from tradition. They believe his quest for truth reflects his commitment to authenticity. Others, however, see him as betraying the monarchy, which they view as a stabilizing force. They believe the DNA results should have remained private to preserve the royal image. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists have long speculated about Harry's parentage, with social media abuzz with claims that the DNA results might be falsified. Prince Harry's paternity revelation has ignited global debate, potentially leading to greater scrutiny of the royal family. The younger generation is increasingly calling for a more open and progressive monarchy. Can the monarchy survive amidst its secrets? As society values transparency and accountability more than ever before, this scandal challenges the royal identity. What if the royal lineage itself is questioned? Would the public continue to support the crown, or would they demand a more democratic system? This goes beyond just Harry's story. It could impact the future of the monarchy. This is why the secrecy behind the DNA result is of utmost importance to the royal family. Despite the DNA revelation, King Charles has remained steadfast in his support of Harry. He has shown that being a father is not just about biology. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Charles publicly acknowledged the family's struggles, affirming that Harry is his son regardless of the DNA results. This humanized Charles and could alter the way the monarchy engages with the public. His openness might lead to more honest discussions about royal challenges, or the family could choose to retreat behind palace walls once again. Prince Harry must now define his own legacy, not just as the spare. His values, not his bloodline, will determine his future. Harry has already taken bold actions to forge his own path, such as moving to California, giving public interviews, and advocating for mental health. Now that the truth about his parentage is known, his next actions could be even more significant. Will Harry completely sever ties with the monarchy? It's possible, as he has made it clear that his family's welfare is his top priority. He wants to live a private life while making a positive impact on the world, but he may also push for reforms within the monarchy, having long advocated for modernization. With his experiences, he could lead efforts to promote transparency and mental health awareness. The royal family is complex, grappling with real emotions and questions of identity. This DNA revelation highlights their struggles. But is the monarchy ready for the truth? Historically shrouded in mystery, the royal family now faces a world that demands authenticity. Harry's journey could spark changes within the monarchy. What do you think? Should the royal family embrace the truth or preserve their mystique? What is your opinion on the royal family circus? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.